Hear this call to worship. Let all the earth stand in awe of our God, for God spoke and the world came into being. God breathed and the heavens were born. God shatters the plans of the nations. God frustrates all the nations' schemes. But the plans of our Maker stand firm forever. God's intentions are unshakable. Blessed is the nation whose God is the Lord, whose people are known by God's name. Let your unfailing love surround us all, O God, for our hope is in you alone. This is the call to worship for this Sunday, a day in which we are rich with opportunities to encounter holiness, to encounter beauty, to encounter each other, and to encounter the pride of our nation and our upbringing and our heritage. It is in this that we want to invite you into our weekend's activities and let you do so with the idea of why God is in the midst of all of it. I'm going to take a moment and depart for one of the treasures of our hymnal to talk about this. It is on 437. It is called This Is My Song, and it is a national anthem of music that was set by a poet that grew up in the shadow of World War I. And it shaped all of his experiences of God and country and the world. And he wrote these words: "This is my song, God of all the nations, a song for peace for lands afar and mine. This is my home, the country where my heart is. Here are my hopes, my dreams, my holy shrine." It's important to acknowledge that God exists in reality, in our history, in our daily work. And if you will, these are the wineskins in which God's new wine is poured in. So we experience God as Americans, as Texans, as members of Corpus Christi, and all of those experiences get blended in together. But just as we can be moved by the beauty of creation, God is not creation. We can be drawn to holiness, to truth through America, and yet God is not America. It's in those truths that we want to invite you, and if you will, sing the song with me this day. This is my song, O God of all the nations, a song of peace for lands afar and mine. This is my home, the country where my heart is. Here are my hopes, my dreams, my holy shrine. But other hearts in other lands are beating with hopes and dreams as true and high as mine. We talked about this poem being written in the shadow of World War I. There was a group in the Methodist movement called the Wesleyan Service Guild. This was a group of women who were seeking to be professionals in the workplace. They had a separate branch within the Women's Auxiliary, and they took up this poem as a way of starting all of their meetings. By the 1930s, a member of that, Georgia Harkness, added a third verse and also found a tune to match it with. And since that time, this patriotic song, rewritten as a poem, turned into a hymn, has been in over 47 hymns. It's one of the treasures of the United Methodist movement, and of course it is in ours today. Look at these words as you consider all that there is, all the blessings that we have. This is where we've encountered God, here in America, here in Texas, here in Corpus Christi, here at this church. These wineskins are holy and sacred to us, and we want you to come and join in and experience full patriotism, full love of country, and full faithfulness to God. It is in this that we invite you, as always, to our services this Sunday, 7:30 in the garden, 9 o'clock in the fellowship hall for contemporary, and then the 11 o'clock service will follow with a brass quintet, lemonade and cookies, patriotic songs that we've put together so that you can fully worship both God and rejoice in being all that is in America. We're going to close with this last verse of this hymn as a prayer. But I would like to say, if you aren't able to join us, remember to look online. And if you can come to one of the services or just come to our event by the Christ statue at noon, that will be a blessing. Wherever you are and whatever you're about to, God is with you. God is pouring God's faithfulness out in all of your life. And God is blessing America. Let us sing. This is my prayer, O God of all earth's kingdoms. Thy kingdom come, on earth thy will be done. That Christ be lifted up till all shall serve him, and hearts united learn to live as one. O hear my prayer, thou God of all the nations. Ourselves we give thee, let thy will be done.